The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Danny Laurel. The number of jobless Filipinos climbed in the last month of 2022. Latest data from the Philippine Statistics Authority shows the country's unemployment rate slightly rose to 4.3% or 2.22 million Filipinos. That is 43,000 higher compared to the 2.18 million jobless Filipinos in the month of November, or a previous jobless rate of 4.2%. On the other hand, underemployment rate slid to 12.6% in December. That's lower than the 14.4% in the previous month. This means about 6.2 million of employed people wanted to work additional hours or an additional job in December of 2022. President Bongbong Marcos expects consumer prices to ease in the second quarter. That's after inflation soared further to a new 14-year high of 8.7% year-on-year in January. The president acknowledged that his administration's measures meant to arrest red-hot inflation are taking some time to be felt. However, he is hopeful that the inflation rate will eventually go down as fuel prices continue to see a decrease.
I suppose it can only be said that the measures that we have taken have not yet gone through the system. As I said, the importation of many of the agri-products, which have been a large part of the inflation rate, as we have already taken some measures so that the supply will be greater, and so that will bring the prices down. But that will take a little time with fuel prices going down and the prices of agri-products with the importation slowly also going down. I think that we will see the effects on the inflation rate further down the road, and I sincerely believe that this is going to be as high as it's going to get.
In other news, Philippine banks logged the lowest non-performing loan ratio in 28 months in the month of December. The Bangko Sentral reports that the industry's NPL ratio fell to 3.17% as of end December. That's from 3.35% in the month of November. That is the lowest since the 2.84% figure logged in August of 2020, and also better than the BSP's 8.2% projection for the end of 2022. Economist Mike Ricafort said this is due to the economy's further reopening that helped increase the capacity of Filipinos to repay their loans. Now, investors are back to the drawing board after that higher than expected January inflation print caused jitters over what the central bank's next move will be. Now, here to chat with us over the phone, we have Chris Mangan of mangononmarkets.com. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hi, Danny. Thanks for having me.
All right, Chris, let's kick off with the inflation issue. No, you've got the U.S. Fed's, language here changing a bit, especially with robust job markets. Some bets are that they might raise rates to 5.4%. And, even here in the Philippines, there are some bets that the BSP might have to have fire more than 25 basis points than what was expected. What are markets pricing in right now? Can we have an interest rate that's above 6%?
Okay, so the inflation for January did come as a surprise, since the government was expecting that it peaked in December of last year, right? Mm-hmm. But what's keeping investors calm is, like what you said, in the U.S., there's a change in the tone of the Federal Reserve. Everybody's expecting that the Federal Reserve is done with their hikes for now, at least. Mm-hmm. And most investors know that the Philippines Central Bank is just following whatever the U.S. Federal Reserve does.
Okay.
So I don't think anybody's expecting that the Bangko Sentral will get aggressive and hike rates without the U.S. Federal Reserve doing the same. Mm-hmm. So we'll just have to see.
Okay, now let's talk about how that might affect the peso and the net foreign buying. We finally saw foreigners coming back in. Some were saying that was due to the peso getting stronger. Us, of course, now we're trading at 54.9 today. But with this inflation print, is there a risk that we might see foreign funds yet again pulling back?
Well, I think the foreign fund inflows have more to do with the strong peso, like you said. And as long as the peso, once they start to see the peso get weaker, that's going to be a signal that the peso has sort of bottomed, and then you'll see a lot of the inflows come in, and that's what I think we're seeing right now.
Okay, let's talk about the index here, Chris. We were at a bull market, or at least entered bull market territory, at least in the month of January. What is happening here? Can you say that it was too fast, too soon, and this bull run is unfortunately officially over for now?
Well, the 7,000 to 7,500 range for the PSEI really is the key level, and it's been that 7,000 to 7,500 has always been the key level going back 4 or 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So the run that we saw that started in October, it was a good run. I mean, the market
Mm-hmm.
went up about 20%, and now it's taking a pause. It's still trying to fight the 7,000 level. We haven't seen massive selling pressure, and right now it looks like it's in limbo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather have the market at limbo at these levels than any lower. Okay, so this tells me that investors are still confident, but are on the sidelines right now.
Okay.
Both buyers and sellers. We're not seeing massive selling, and the buyers are just on standby too.
Is this the time, though, to be coming in after we've seen, this trend, upward trend, but like you mentioned, it's kind of been trading sideways as of late?
Yes, I think this is a perfect opportunity to get in as long as you have your tight stops.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for this limbo is because everybody's worried about what's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
They're still calling for a massive recession in the West, although I don't see our economy taking as much of a hit. But of course, the sentiment is really going to be affected. But just in case that the recession isn't as bad as they say it will be, we're going to see valuations go higher. And that's what, in the back of everybody's mind, they're also expecting that. And that's why this could be a good opportunity to get in,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you have, the trend of the market right now, the short-term trend of the PSEI, it's in an uptrend.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it continues along that pathway, it's a good entry for investors.
All right, Chris, let's talk about the IPO pipeline and what you're seeing right now. So just for our viewers here to note, this morning even, we just got a couple of strands here. So first you've got Altern Energy or Alternergy IPO plan. So they're expected to price as much as 1 peso and 48 pesos. 1 peso 48 centavos a piece. It's a renewable energy firm. And you've got another one, which is Bounty. At least according to Bloomberg, they're hearing some. This is not yet, of course, identified, and the people have not yet really spoken on that. But that could be a $500 million IPO. Is this the time to be buying into these debut companies? Give us more insights on that.
Well, Alternergy is another renewable energy company. I know they have windmills up in the Rizal area.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are partnered with the Ayalos as well, so they're cashing in on the renewable energy run and being able to raise cash for more projects. Now, this other IPO that you're talking about, I have not gotten any news on it, but I guess they're trying to gauge how investors are taking it, and what is there going to be enough demand and are investors excited about it? I'm still waiting for the Upson IPO.
True.
That was supposed to happen last year.
Your thoughts on the Upson IPO? Are you excited for that? Is it priced cheap for investors to pick up?
Well, yeah, I think they're fairly priced. I think there's always going to be growth in that sector of electronics, consumer electronics. So I really believe it's time that we had a company that's in that sector.
Finally, Chris, still on the agri side, Accellum or MPIC buying into Accellum. That's a 35% peso stake. Your thoughts on this and how the stock might be faring after the trading halt is lifted today? Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, Accellum really has sort of lost a lot of value since its IPO. Hopefully, it gets a boost from these new partners that are coming in. This is more of the trend of investing in agriculture, which is a heavily depressed sector in our country. Agriculture really needs investment in the right areas, and it really needs to be improved. And that's going to help the economy overall.
All right, so let's see whether that would rebound from the more than 5% slump that it had before the trading halt was put in place. Thank you so much for your insights, Chris Mangon of mangononmarkets.com. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World Online, or visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now. That's at www.signalplay.com, and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I'm Danny Laurel. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. We are One News, all sides, all the time.